The state government says a new port in Perth South, costing more than $7 billion, will ensure WA's prosperity into the next century. Westport has been one of the government's flagship projects, but the price tag and timeline has been largely unknown until now. The Premier says moving container trade from Fremantle to Kwinana is the only way forward. But groups campaigning against it are worried the environmental impacts have been ignored.
For more than 100 years, Fremantle Port has served as Perth's main shipping hub, but the government fears it's running out of room.
And it's never been more abundantly clear we cannot delay Westport.
Its replacement, Westport, now has a business case, price and a deadline. The Kwinana-based container facility will cost more than $7 billion and needs to be finished by the end of next decade, according to the Premier.
And we cannot allow ourselves to run the risk of our current port facilities becoming constrained and over capacity.
The Premier says if a shipping squeeze occurs, it would act as a brake on the economy, costing $5 billion a year. Local industry groups are pleased Kwinana is finally getting its moment.
We've been saying for a long time that Kwinana is the centre of the universe, and when you look at our calculations, that we think there's probably around $30 to $40 billion of investment planned for Kwinana over the next decade or so. Rightly, all the attention's going to be down here in Kwinana.
The opposition isn't convinced the new port is necessary.
Fremantle Port has 30% or is at 30% or a third capacity at this point in time. We will look through the detail of what has been presented by the Cook Labor government.
Fishing groups are concerned about the environmental impact of construction.
35 million cubic metres of seabed, and including seagrass, is going to be dredged effectively from Fremantle all the way down to Kwinana.
It might not look like much now, but by the end of the 2030s, when Perth's population hits 3.6 million, all container trade will come from here. The government insists it's the best option to save taxpayers in the long run. Courtney Withers, ABC News.